And make sure you're keeping an eye on it. Right. We're gonna leave in a couple of minutes. We're gonna leave in a couple of minutes. Huh? We still have to go to Sam's. I got it. I have to get those little small hamburger patties so I can make the small burgers tomorrow. Capiche? 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 Family, what's happening with it? This is last week I did a live on, man, this right here is the truth. Last week I did a live titled "How to Prepare Your Conquer Routine," or no, "How to Prepare for the Week," or something like that. Well, this is part two. Last week I spoke about creating your conquer routine, basically creating a routine that serves you to where you're not subject to your routine trying to basically playing catch up, being reactive in your everyday life that's creating stress in your life, but creating your routine because everyone has a routine, but creating your routine that actually helps you flow through your morning like water. All right, so what does that look like? As I say, everyone has a routine. When you wake up in the morning, a lot of you go straight to your phones, go to the restroom, go to the kitchen, make you something to eat or whatever. Like that's your daily routine. You don't have to think about it. It comes naturally because this is what you do every single day. So the whole idea was to take look at your routine and add to that routine according to the things that you have to do from the time you wake up to the time you have to leave work, right? I mean, leave for your morning commute, whether it's work, whether it's school, like meetings, whatever your morning destination is. It's all you have to do leading up to the point you have to leave your house, and knowing what all those things are, it's like organizing that routine. Okay, what do I need to do first? Like what I need to do first, write it all out, and then look at that routine and then create a lean routine. All the things that's counterproductive to what you need to do every single day that's going to help you stay on task and be productive in your morning every single day, then then that's what you want to keep in your routine. All the things that's counterproductive, social media, so on and so forth. Social media, you might do business online, but like start your day off on the right track so you can be productive, right? And so basically just taking all the things out that's counterproductive, right? That's creating your lean routine, and then structuring your routine, basically creating time windows for what you need to do every single day, your daily to dos in the morning time. That way you can, okay, I have 15 minutes to knock out this task. Okay, I got like 5 minutes left. Let me hurry up. Kind of like getting on track to like create discipline within yourself and helping you be productive in your everyday. But anyway, enough of all that. That was last week. If you need to create a routine that's going to help you conquer your day from the time you wake up in the morning, then last week live was it was definitely good for you. It's my little dude right here. my little smelly dude. But so that's for starters. That's last week. And there is much more in there. So please go and check that out. But this week, because Zoe, what's happening? This week, I'm going to talk about. We're going to add to that routine, right? Because a lot of us have goals. A lot of us want to achieve things in life, want to start creating a better life for ourselves and just become more, do more, become better and do better. But we look at it like I just don't have enough time. I just don't have enough time in a day. to do all I need to do. And if you think about the people who are killing the game, you think about your Oprahs. You know what I'm saying? They have the same 24 hours in a day. Now I don't care about like who they are as a person and who they help or what their career is. My point is, think about everyone that you may follow is like they might be killing the game highly successful, but guess what? They have the same 24 hours that we do. How's it that in their 24 hours they're super productive? They get things done. They make things happen in their lives. They created a better living for themselves and just so on and so forth. Whatever that success may look like for them, like they've reached that point. And again, none of that matters what they do and who they are and the bad things, the good things that they do. The point is, look at the 24 hours that they have. Guess what? God has blessed us with the same 24 hours. So, so obviously they're doing something right with their time. Obviously they're being productive with their time. So we have to look at, are we productive with our time? And the foundation of that is a routine. Now, uh, when it comes down to professional goals and just different goals in our lives, we have to know what that looks like. We have to know what that is, right? So I can talk about like your professional goals, um, your personal life goals. All right, cool. But I don't want to talk about that today because we have to build up to that point. We have to go foundationally. So today we're going to talk about foundational health goals, like spiritual health goals, mental health goals, emotional health goals, and physical health goals. Reason is because we can achieve and we can accomplish all these wonderful things in life, but if we don't have a healthy spiritual life, if we don't have a healthy, like we're not healthy mentally, emotionally, physically, we're not going to be able to really reach the heights we can, do all the things that we really want to do. Like we won't be able to do it because, man, like um, I have heart issues, or I might have cancer, or all the preventative health issues that we have. Make sense? So, hey, if that's what your success look like, if that's what productivity looks like for you, 9 hours in bed, cool. By all means, I ain't even knocking it. Everyone's success looks different, right? Um, but if you like, I just needed that rest, like to take my mind off of things, like just really focus on, making sure that when today's Sunday, going into my Monday, I'm rested, like mentally, like all those things, man, shouts out to you. You know what you needed, so you did what you needed to do. Now you can get up and go and execute at a high level, go and kill it at a high level. If that's the place that you're coming from. If you're being sarcastic, cool. I ain't mad at you. Do your thing. Keep doing what you're doing. But for you all who are like really serious about, your foundational health goals, like I said, spirit, mental, emotional, and physical, like this for you, right? Um, so spiritual health goals. Was yeah. Tomorrow would be crazy. Yes. Now we can't control the things that comes our way, but we do have some control over we do have control over our day, right? And if you know tomorrow is going to be crazy, like whatever that crazy looks like, what can you do today to prepare for your tomorrow? Because a lot of us a lot of us think our day starts tomorrow when we wake up. It does not. Hey, go and see what Bear is doing. But our day is supposed to start the day before, right? So what can you do today that's going to prepare for your tomorrow, right? Here, I need you to go over there because there's some people come on here saying nasty and rude things. I don't want you to, be exposed to that foolishness. Um, so like preparation. Like your success key is preparation. So, meaning, what can I do tonight that's going to prepare me for my tomorrow? What can I do today where I have to do it tomorrow? Well, I have to do it tomorrow, but can I do it today? Again, like I said, like preparing your lunch for tomorrow, right? Picking out your clothes that you have to wear tomorrow, earning them if that's what that is, getting gas, like whatever you can do today that you're gonna have to do tomorrow, go ahead and do it today. That's a few things. That's a few things you have to that you can do today that you don't have to stress about worrying tomorrow, right? So that's why I call it a success key, and it's preparation. But let me go ahead and get on with it because I don't have a lot of time. Um, so for me, we're talking about foundational health goals. My foundational health goals, when it comes down to the spiritual aspect, is to always grow in a more intimate relationship with my King Jesus Christ, right? So how do I do that? Well, I need to make sure that for one, I'm putting him first. So when I start my day, I need to make sure I'm in his presence first, right? Praying, having conversations with them, listening, making sure we have that dialogue, not me always talking, where I'm not giving him the floor to speak to me. I'm not giving him the opportunity to reveal himself to me, right? Also, like I said, praying, reading his word, meditating on his word, just giving him my time, right? So that's for me. That helps me, create, or shall I say, create that opportunity to develop that intimate relationship with them, right? So I, throughout the day, I try to always make sure I'm in conversation with them. Whatever instructions he gives me before I leave his presence in the morning time, which I always ask for instructions of the day. Usually on Saturdays, I get my direction from him for the week. That way, Sunday I can prepare for it. Monday I can hit the ground running, right? Because my goal is to live a life that he has created me to live with him, through him. So that's yes, he is for sure. So that's my goal. So how do I know what I'm supposed to do for the day that he want me to do if I'm not seeking his face first? If I'm not going for him first for relationship and also getting instructions for the day, knowing what I have to do, you know what I mean? Because he created all of us with a purpose. So in order for me to fulfill my purpose, I need to know what my tasks are every single day. I need to know what I need to be doing every single day. I need to know what my focus should be every single day. I need to know what direction I need to be going every single day. That way he's leading me and I'm following. I'm not leaning to my own understanding, doing all these different things, going in this direction. I'm going right, but he's going left. What is that? Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Can you put Bear in his cage?
I want to watch him.
No, because he's drinking a lot of water. He's going to pee at some point. I don't want him to pee in here.
Here.
Is he in there?
Yeah.
Come here, boy. Come here. Here.
Good boy.
Right, so I need to make sure I'm going in the direction he need me to go in and make sure that we're on the same page and he's walking with me. As long as I'm walking with him and following him and submitted to his will and trying to do all that he want me to do, I'm under his covenant. You know what I mean? So that's me though. That's my way of growing in an intimate relationship with him. So that's for me. So knowing what your spiritual health goals are, right? If it's whatever your spiritual health goals is, yes, we have to have the goal, but then too, we also need to know what we must do every single day that's going to help us get closer to achieving that goal every single day. Because if just say if we have like, okay, I have a 3 month goal to do this, okay, cool, fine. What do you need to do every single day that's going to guarantee that you achieve that goal by that 3rd month? So you have to be intentional and strategic what you need to do, right? So what is your spiritual health goal? And what do you need to do every single day to make sure that you are always going in that direction to achieve that goal? Make sense? Okay, the next one is the your mental health goal. Are you one who stress a lot? What is that?
What does it say?
Oh, prom 2024. I take it this from your brother. I take it that's what your brother got. So what is your mental health goal? Are you one who stress a lot? What causes you to stress? Right? For a lot of people, it's the everyday hustle. And again, that I have to go back to routine. Every single day we have responsibilities, right? So knowing what your responsibilities are they a burden to you? Every single day, do you wake up like, I got to do this, I got to do that? Well, our responsibilities are our responsibilities. So what can we do to where we're proactive opposed to reactive? And that's where the routine come in at, right? The preparation, starting like getting prepared the night before, the day before, right? Um, also, if it's anything in your schedule that you can create a window and assign it to that window, right? That way you have a list, you know all that you need to do. You have a time in which you have to do it at, also a time window that you have to complete it. That way, everything you do is boom, 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 boom. You may not want to do it, but because you have to do it, like knowing what you need to do, when you need to do it by, it's not as stressful. It's not as burdensome because I placed the time for it, and now I can just knock it out. You're being productive. That way, praise God. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I can only give glory to Jesus because like where I don't have a lot of things figured out, these are all the things that he has taught me throughout, my journey of walking with him. You know what I mean? Like, so I can't take the credit. I just try to share everything that he has given me when that time is right. So, um, so yeah,
What flavor is that?
man, really? You see me drink these, you ain't never asked me that question. What's good, man? It's here, wild berry. Say good wild berry. Good wild berry. I'm gonna wrap it up soon so we can roll out. All right. So, but and to the message you just said, by the way, you have a lot of useful wisdom. That's why I point everybody to Jesus. That's why I point everybody to him, because he have a plan for us according to Jeremiah 29:11, right? He have a purpose for us. God, like in his word say, like we are God's handiwork created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. You know what I mean? So like it's his wisdom that guides us. It's his teaching that that it's the knowledge, is his word, and also walking with him daily, the mistakes and all of those things. That's why we have to go to him. You know what I'm saying? Because he teach us those things, and he just show us the way. So that's why I point everybody to him. I can't, what I mean, I can't take credit for any of it. It's things that he has taught me, life experiences, and just going to him for his wisdom, walking with him, kind of like learning along the way. Like it's all him. So hey, I am not. I'm just a resource. He's the source. Go to him. I promise you. You know what I mean? But so no, that way, because you know what your routine is, like, and this just foundational when it come down to your personal life routine, but you can do the same thing with your work life. When you make it to work, we all have a routine. What do you do when you get to work? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are all the things you need to do? What are the deadlines? Like, what are all the duties that comes with it? Like, I mean, put those joints in a routine too. You know what I mean? Like, so it's preparing yourself for everyday life. It's not rocket scientist, you know what I mean? Like, and as long as we know exactly what we need to do every single day, we can schedule it, we can prepare it to where we are ahead of it. That way, whatever comes our way every single day that wasn't predictable, that we couldn't see, because we have a routine and we know all that we need to do, whatever that comes unexpectedly, boom, it might rock us a bit. We might have to make some shifts and adjustments, but it won't sweep us off our feet, because we this is how we're preparing ourselves to conquer our every single day. You know what I mean? Like, whatever it comes, then we'll be able to attack it, or kind of like get ahead of it. That's why it's good to have a routine and know all that what you need to do, and kind of like structure it and organize it to where whatever come your way, it won't sweep you off your feet. You can kind of keep going. You know what I mean? So it's the everyday life. A lot of people are become stressed out. You know what I mean? And that's a lot of the mental challenges. Now, obviously, I'm just speaking to stress. I don't really stress much, because my faith, my trust is in who is faithful. And the one that is faithful, guess what? He created everything. So the instructions that I get from God every single day, it helps me prepare for every day. So when things comes my way, it won't really affect and take root into me, because I have an understanding of knowing focus and handle all that I have control of, and not worry about what I do not. Again, focus on everything, focus and handle on everything you have control of, and don't worry about what you do not. That will alleviate you from a lot of stress. That will give you peace. Why stress about what we don't have control of? Right? We can't control it anyway. Do me a favor, call your mom on FaceTime for me.
Okay.
All right. Hey, y'all, give me a second. Let me go and holler at my wife real quick. See. Hold on for a second. Sorry about that. Hold on a sec. Oh well. So as I was saying, where was I at? So that's where a lot. So focus and handle what you have control of, and don't worry about what you do not. That will alleviate you from a lot of stress. So when it comes down to your mental health goal, like that's what helped me keep this together. But most of all, it's my trust, my faith in the one who created everything. And because I know, even when I'm going through tough times in life, it's Romans 8:28. For we know that all things work together for the good of those who love God and who are called according to his purpose. Right? So no matter what I'm going through, I understand this is part of the process. Although it may be something that I did wrong, although it may be something that it's a result of a decision that I made that put me in an uncomfortable situation, whatever storm that I may be going through, although I may not cause it, I understand that it's a part of the process and it's going to work out for my good no matter how uncomfortable it is right now. Although I can't see what's on the other side of it because I know the one who created everything. He got me. He's going to protect me and I am going to get through to the other side. You feel me? So me believing in that, and because I believe that, I know that. Because I can trust that, and the reason why I can trust that because his track record is perfect. You know what I mean? Like it may not change when I feel like it should change and things should get better. When I feel like it should get better, it doesn't matter. Like that's just what I want. Like he got me. So for like stressing out and stuff like that, I don't worry about that because where my faith is in, who my faith is in, right? So that's me. So what is your mental health goal? Right? And what do you have to do every single day to make sure you keep your mental health level at a peaceful state to where you're good no matter what you're going through? And I'm not talking about things like alcohol, drugs, and stuff like that. I mean something healthy because at some point it may not be affecting you now. It's going to affect you at some point in your life. So I wouldn't say like that's healthy for you. So I mean, whatever it is healthy, maybe it's you going to work out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's you going to take a walk. Maybe it's you reading a book. It's knowing what that thing is, what that activity is that's going to help you in a healthy state, like mentally, knowing what that is. So write all this stuff down and get going on that, working on that this week, because what we're going to do is when it's time to put that in your routine, you have to know what that task is, and we have to like put that at the very start of our day, because if we put that at the very start of our day, then guess what? We're starting our day right. We're starting our day going in the right direction by the way we started our day. But if we don't know what that thing is or what those tasks are, guess what? It's not going to do any good, right? Again, we're talking about preparation, making sure that we're starting our day off the right way. You feel me? So emotional health goals. There are a lot of individuals struggle in the emotional department. So what are those struggles and what are those triggers? What emotional struggle do you deal with? What are the triggers that causes you to react that way, feel that way? What emotional state do you get to that you know that is unhealthy, and what is the cause for it? You have to know what those things are. If you don't know what those things are, well, guess what? Those you're going to continue to experience that feeling that is ultimately unhealthy, and not knowing what the triggers are, guess what? It's going to always catch you by surprise, and you're going to always end up in that state. So you have to know what are those emotional challenges that you oftentimes experience, and what are the triggers? What causes you? So once you figure that out, then you can get ahead of it. You'll be able to identify the signs. You'll begin to feel that starting to grow inside of you. And because you know, just say it's talking to a certain individual. You know, after like a couple of minutes of being on the phone with them, you know what are some things that usually say, or the things that begin to come out of their mouth, their energy, the negative energy they letting off. You will be able to pick up those things. Like your radar will automatically go off because you know what the triggers are. And once that radar go off that one time, you already know it's finna go in a certain direction. It's time to get off the phone with them. If you are in their presence, you start your radar will begin to go off. Okay, let me go ahead and like remove myself from the equation. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, here, my phone might start ringing, or whatever it is. I need to take this call, or let me get at you in a little bit. I got a couple of things I need to handle. That way, you are removing yourself from that before it take you there. If it's certain environments, if you know it's certain environments that put you in an unhealthy state, then you might need to consider removing yourself from those environments. When it began to happen, like, you know, like, it's time for me to go ahead and go. It's knowing what the struggle is, but it's also knowing what the triggers are, because now you're opening yourself up to that radar that's built inside of you, to where, okay, let me shift. Let me go in the opposite direction. Let me get off the phone with this person. Let me cut this conversation short if it's in text messages. Let me remove myself from these environments. Let me remove myself from these people. It's all about protecting yourself, protecting your heart, protecting your mind from things that are unhealthy for you. And once you start to do that, then you'll be able to really lean into your spiritual health, your mental health, your emotional health, and then your physical health. What are some struggles that you have physically? Or if you don't feel like you have physical health struggles, like, do you have any physical health goals? You want to lose weight. You want to gain weight. You want to become more fit. Whatever that is, it's knowing what that desire goal is, and then knowing what you have to do every single day that's going to help you achieve that goal. Right? So eating is everything. Eating is everything. It's what we are consuming. And also, when it comes down to spiritual health goals, you have to look at what are you consuming. The music that you're listening to, the podcasts, the movies and TV shows that you watch, the people that you like, that you listen to on a regular, have conversation, like the things that you are consuming. Like, it gets in our spirits, and it's opening our eye gates, ear gates, opening up all these things to where we're being consumed by it. and it affects our spiritual health in an unhealthy way. So when it comes down to physical health, it's the same thing, because whether it's spiritual or physical, whatever we're consuming, at some point is going to take root and affect our mental health, our emotional health. Right? So we have to know what our goals are. That way we'll know what's healthy for us and what's not. And when it comes down to eating, like, you may not want to like go to 100% clean route, but there are some things that you can consume. You know what I mean? Like for me, like whenever I get off of work, I do, eggs, organic eggs that we get from Sprouts, cheese. I can't really say we like buy like healthy cheese like that. But it's how much of it or am I consuming? May get like, chop up some beef sausages or make some turkey bacon, something like that, right? And for I usually do like make me a yogurt parfait. Oikos yogurt. I get some honey, some bananas, strawberries, granola. You feel me? So like that's my yoga parfait right there.
Dang.
And then like, doing this, this thing with God, I've been eating 2 times a day.
Dang.
Breakfast and then dinner before I go to work. But that's usually like jasmine rice, maybe salmon or shrimp to go with it with vegetables. And then that's it until I eat breakfast in the morning. This past week, like he had me on some eating once a day type of deal, with fasting, right? Denying my flesh, killing my flesh, because there are some changes that I have to make within me. And that consists of me denying my flesh, killing my flesh, not giving in to my flesh. So eating is big for me. So I have like that. So with the whole fasting thing, it was once a day, killing my flesh. And that was just dinner only before I go to work. And even watching that, not eating anything bad with it. Again, like I said, the same thing. Either shrimp, jasmine rice, vegetables type of deal. So with doing that for the past, I think I started at the end of April, the last week of April, and up to this past week, I've lost, I think around that time, I was like 172. I'm down to like 157, 158. You know what I mean? Like what I lost, 13, 14 pounds within the past month, going on a month and a half. I didn't plan on losing weight. You know what I mean? Like, but because that's what happened when I started to watch what I eat. When I eat, like my body reaped the benefits from it. And, exercising every day, whether it's push-ups, doing squats and lunges or whatever, whenever I do throughout the week, like now it's like I'm formulating a more stature look, but ultimately I'm feeling more healthier than I've ever felt before. So that's my physical goal. And the reason why I was able to become more healthy in the physical aspect, although like I'm healthy anyway, but it's because of my first most important priority, and that's my spiritual health goal. So we have to understand, when we are on a spiritual journey, when it comes down to developing a healthier relationship with Jesus Christ and living the life that he created us to have, and we're starting our day off with him and walking with him throughout the day as much as we can, there's a high level of accountability that comes with that. That comes with challenging, we being challenged, becoming more disciplined. But guess what? It benefits our mental health, our emotional health, as well as our physical health. So who we are as a person, health wise,
Reindeers.
because we place our spirit being first, which is the most important thing. Then we're covered mentally, emotionally, and physically. So we have to know what those goals are. And when we know what those goals are, we know what we need to do every single day. It's easy for us to incorporate that in our everyday life, preferably at the start of our day. And that's just basically the overall scope of our foundational health goals. I hope that helps somebody. But ultimately, it's a spiritual journey, because the one who created everything, God, He's spirit, right? So if we're feeding ourselves spiritually at the start of our day, then we will be good in all these different areas as long as we are doing what we're supposed to do to make sure that we are protecting and intentional and strategic about doing what we have to do to make sure that we're healthy mentally, emotionally, and physically as well.
Here, chew.
All right, so that's all I have. If you guys have any questions, concerns, or suggestions, even, then you guys can kind of like continue it in here in the message box down here, and I'll check it out here in a little bit. If it's anything negative, you're not gonna get a reply from me. I'm not gonna entertain it. So, I mean, you can waste your time all you like, but I mean, it's going to be pointless. But if you're really serious about your foundational health, then spirit, mental, emotional, or physical, or whatever area you struggle in, please by all means, if you don't have to go into great details if you don't want to, but like put it down here in the message box, and I'll definitely speak to it as I am led to. And yeah, and I hope that things get better for you if it's a struggle in every area of your life. And as I close, as I always say, if I ask you how are you doing, or someone asks you how are you doing, and you say, man, I'm going through it right now, think about what you are saying. I'm going through it. Now, when you think about the word through, right? It's that means you are moving, right? So as considering time, wait for no one, time is always progressing forward, right? In life, we're all going through it, whether it's happening to us or it's happening for us. It's like we are in progress, right? So you think about, I'm going through it. Guess what? Whatever season that you are in, whatever storms that you are going through right now, you're going through it. You're not there to stay. So understand that I'm going through it. You're not there to stay. You are going somewhere. God is moving you somewhere, right? So you just keep moving with Him. As in your struggle time, just ask Him as you seek Him for Him. First of all, ask Him for instructions and direction where you are in life, and whatever He tell you to do, whatever he tell you to do, where he tell you to go, just be obedient. Worry about that next step that he has given you. Don't worry about step 2, 3, or 4, or what it looks like on the other side of it. Just be obedient to his instructions and move, and just continue to move with him because he's trying to take you somewhere. So that's why you're going through it, whether it's spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. He's taking you somewhere. Just make sure you are continuing to move and moving with him. And I promise you, you will get through it. But just always believe, trust, and have faith in him, knowing that he's taking you somewhere, and be willing to move. And I promise you, what you are going through now, you will get on the other side of it. Just keep going. If you stop, you'll be there for a while. But if you keep going, you will get there when he has appointed the time for you to arrive there. All right? Until we meet again, me and my little dude, my little smelly dude, we'll see you guys in a minute. Know that you are blessed. Know that God has created each and every one of us with a purpose, and it's time for us all to start walking in our calling while living out our purpose. But we can't do it without Jesus. All right? We love you guys. Stay blessed. Peace. Oh, and also, if you feel in your spirit to share this, please, by all means, do so. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please do so. If you are led to, there is much more to come. This is just the beginning of it. All right. See you guys in the next spin around. All right. Much love.